Welcome to the third annual Harmony Walk. It's sponsored by Interfaith Center of Harrisburg and Interreligious Forum of Greater Harrisburg area. We want to ask you, we have fans all over the place. One thing is very important. Since we are from very diverse traditions and cultures, if a man or a woman, they reach out to you with their hand to shake your hand, is good. You shake the hand. All right? If not, just saying hello and whatever else is good too. Because we want everybody to feel comfortable and we don't have any awkward moments. Okay, is that good enough to live it that way? All right, wonderful. Well, with that, we just want to say welcome, and I'd like to introduce to you Reverend, who came up with this whole idea 3 years ago, and look what happened.
Oh, good afternoon. Welcome and thank you for participating in the third annual Harmony Walk. In a world inundated with reports of intolerance and violence, using religion as an excuse, today here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, we celebrate cooperation among religions and harmony among peoples of all faiths. We're reminded that all of the world's religions call us to care about our neighbor, to be kind to one another. The idea for the walk came to me when a friend was speaking about an interfaith event in Munich, Germany, where people of many faiths filled the city center. They joined hands and formed a human connection between Jewish, Islamic, and Christian houses of worship. And I wondered, might we have a similar event here in Harrisburg? And the idea of a walk came to my mind. So from the Interfaith Center, I wrote a proposal and brought it to the Interreligious Forum to ask for support. The response was immediate and enthusiastic. It was suggested that we call it Harmony Walk, and that was perfect. And that we hold it in conjunction with United Nations International Day of Peace. Because when people of different religions and people of no specific religion come together, get to know one another, and realize that we are one, peace becomes possible. And so, people who are Baha'i, Buddhist, Sikh, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, and many more worked together to make Harmony Walk a reality. And at each stop, we'll be hearing from a leader or representative of a faith, welcoming us and sharing with us words about the value of harmony and cooperation. And now, at Goodwin Memorial Baptist, we will hear from Reverend Barry Chambers.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are here at Goodwin Memorial Baptist Church, and the pastor of this wonderful church is standing out here along the street in the purple T-shirt. His name is Dr. James D. Jackson. Because of the graciousness of Pastor Jackson, we have water here available for anyone, and we also have the bus that is going to be going along the route for any of you who are not able to do the walk. The bus will be going along, so we have that transportation as well. Now, we are here to celebrate the diversity among us today, and with that diversity, we acknowledge the fact that we all have different cultural backgrounds and traditions and beliefs and interests. We've got different habits and tastes and likes and dislikes. We've got different ways that we dress, different ways that we think, different ways that we talk. We even have different ways that we greet each other. We've got different physical characteristics, different sizes, different shapes, different colors. We've got different personal preferences, different personality traits. We've got different role models, and we've got different perspectives. We've got different goals, different dreams, different desires, and different priorities. Yet, in all of these differences, not a single one of us is better than the other. No one is superior to everyone else, and no one is inferior to anyone else. Differences between us don't have to cause distances between us. Look around you. Go ahead, look around. We're all interconnected in this community. We're all standing together in unity despite our differences. Today, let us continue to celebrate our unity in diversity. Amen.
Thank you. Well, friends, the sunshine continues, so we can start our walk. Walk and talk to the people that you do not know yet. You will be surprised in 2 hours you will become good friends. Actually, the differences between us is only a few points, percentage. Is that we are about 99.5 to 99.8% the same. So that 0.2 is not that much to cry about. All right. So our friends from Sikh community are here with the banners, and also we want to ask the children if they like to carry those 2 banners. They're more than welcome. We can carry one in the front and then one in the back of the group. So everybody will know who we are and what we are stand for. All right. Now, is there anybody here from Hindu community? Yes. Anybody from Jewish community? All right. You know, this is during their holy days, and they're here. How about from Sikh community? Yes. All right. From Christian community? All. All right. Muslim community? They're getting ready for us to come. Oh, here they are. Yeah. Wonderful. And anybody here from Baha'i community? Yes, they're here too. All right. We're going to gather more and more as we go.
And now we have Reverend Kate Harrigan here at St. Paul Episcopal Church.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody here to St. Paul's. It looks like this group is growing every year. This is wonderful. Wonderful. I want to start just by saying the stole that I'm wearing today is, it was made actually for my husband, but he gave it to me because he said it didn't suit him. But it's the peaceable kingdom based on Isaiah's prophecy of the peaceable kingdom of all people and all the animals living together. And it just seemed to be the right thing. to wear today. I heard recently or read something that a third grader wrote. And he said, we all belong in a different part of the world. Without our differences, the world would be wrong. And it's our differences that make us wonderful. And we only have harmony because we're different. There's a song from a Broadway show called Johnny One Note. And it was that Johnny could only sing one note. And I'm not going to sing it for you. But what's beautiful about the world and what is so extraordinary about this gathering today is that we're not a Johnny One Note. We sing in harmony. And it is our differences that make the beauty of the harmony. And as we gather today and as we move today, we stand at the intersection of our individual faith communities and the world. We may worship in temples or synagogues or churches or mosques. Did I leave anything out? Or in the streets. In the streets, yes. But we also move out into the world, and we are unique in our own communities. And then as we move into the world and gather together like this is where we create the harmony, when we are together and we move out to make a difference in our world. And each of us, each one of us, each faith gathered here today is grounded in compassion, in love, in justice, in goodness, and in forgiveness. And that contributes to the harmony that we're able to sing together. You don't want me to sing, but I really enjoy music and I love that kind of harmony. One of the powerful voices in the Episcopal Church is Michael Curry. He is our presiding bishop, and he has a wonderful prophetic spirit about him. And he has told us, he has talked about our God, the God of all of us, our God, being a loving, liberating, and life-giving God. And that's what we are as we gather today, and that's what we are as we go back to our own communities. It's what we are as we move out into the world to make a difference in our world. That we move in and out of our walls. It's one of my favorite expressions, is that we gather inside our walls. We are unique. We move outside of our walls, and we bring our uniqueness together to create the kind of harmony that makes the world sing. And our God, what we celebrate is the love of a God who is the God of all, the liberating spirit of a God who is the God of all, and the life-giving strength of a God who is God of all. So as we walk together, as we move from one unique community to the next, let's enjoy that harmony. Let's enjoy our differences. And if anybody needs some water, we have some. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Kate. That was beautiful. And now we will move on to Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church. We'll go in this direction.
It has grown over the years. It's absolutely marvelous to see more and more people participating in this walk. And I think it's wonderful to see it grow and to see us walk together.
I'm Pastor Nathaniel Gadsden. I'm part of the Mayor's Interfaith Advisory Council. And I'm here with the great members of the Harmony Walk. It represents a vast part of our community in terms of all the different, faith communities. And we're just glad to come out and show a little peace and unity in our community.
And here at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church, we have Nettie Smith to welcome us.
Peace be with you all, brothers and sisters. There's a large Vietnamese Catholic community here, so some people are coming and going. And I wanted to remind folks this evening, Ken Burns' special about the Vietnam War and conflict is starting. And I think it's a very worthwhile conversation, and a lot of things have never been reconciled. And hopefully that'll stimulate some things and help us re-examine where we're at now, you know. But I'm with the Catholic Worker Movement and St. Francis of Assisi Parish up on Market Street. We have a soup kitchen and try to commit ourselves to working with a lot of people on the margins up here. And down here, they try to work with a lot of people that are struggling as well. But it's great to be with y'all. I'm glad this tradition, I'm glad this walk continues. And the priests usually join us or come out and give a little prayer, but they're kind of in short supply now. So you were stuck with me. But I thank you very much for coming and being a part of this. And this is my solidarity uniform with the Muslim community, and it's one of the most comfortable outfits. I think I'll wear it more often, you know. We should all kind of like exchange cultures and do some things together. And you're always invited up to the Catholic worker community and see our gardens and come to you could have a free lunch at the soup kitchen. But let's share life together more often. Okay, great to be with y'all, and peace and blessings.
Thank you, Ned. Thank you, Ned, very much. And now we'll move on to Madeline, Olewine Library.
Well, my name is Dan Burton, and I'm a bus driver for Goodwin Memorial. And I'm neglecting all my football games today in order to do this.
That's dedication.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Mara, an interfaith minister with the Interfaith Center of Greater Harrisburg and a member of the Interreligious Forum of Greater Harrisburg. And we're here today to celebrate cooperation among religions, harmony among people of all faiths, coming together to celebrate our oneness in a world that so often is inundated with reports of intolerance and violence, using religion as a justification. We're here to celebrate cooperation among religions in the Harrisburg area. Oh, and now at the library, we are privileged to start with Dr. Mukul Parikh from the Hindu community.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and we have a wonderful afternoon. Just want to clarify, my other job in real life is I'm an anesthesiologist, and I promise not to do a good job professionally today because I'll put you all to sleep. But just in case if I do, trust me, I'll wake you up too. So, and like the speaker said a couple stops earlier that we are all one-note Joes or one-note Mukul, whatever, but I'm sure by the end of this afternoon, when we combine all our notes, we might have a grand symphony at the end. Back to the theme of harmony. Growing up in India for 24 years, and that's moons ago, we had always grown up with this line called unity in diversity, because as diverse a country as India is, with different cultures, different religions, different languages, different whatever, we were always told we are unity in diversity. So it's a good theme for me. And to quote a couple things from my faith, which has been labeled Hinduism, that's a name given to us. We never called ourselves Hindus. The word never existed in the scriptures. It's a mispronounced and misspelled name given to us. It has stuck to us, and we call ourselves Hindus. So it's no big deal. What's in a name anyway? Shakespeare said, rose is a rose by any name, right? So I'll say a couple quotes from Hinduism. One is a quote, and another one is a little hymn. The quote goes something like this. In Sanskrit, which is the old language like Hebrew and Arabic, very old language, it says, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Translated, it means truth or existence is one. Wise people call it by different names. Now, this is a thousands and thousands of years old saying before any of the known religions that are gathered today even existed. So they were not trying to be ecumenical, trying to be nice to other religions like, oh, no, there was none of that. But the Vedic seers in those days realized that people are different, see things differently. We are all seeking truth in our life, but depending on our backgrounds, where we come from, our culture, our intellectual understanding, we will look at the same truth look at it differently and probably will name it differently. Translated today in the modern parlance, you can just change that saying, God is one, wise people call it by different names. And if you take them, and God is also just a word in English language. If there's no English language, there's be some other words. And we actually do have other words in other religions and languages. But if you look at the concept of God, before the religions, now and even if the religions go away, the concept of God always has been that that spirit or entity is omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowledge, omnipresent, present everywhere and anywhere and at all the times. If you have such an entity, can there be two all-powerful entities ever? It's an oxymoron. So for somebody who starts discussion saying your God and my God, I think we have a problem because that's oxymoronic. There's no such thing as two gods. Your God has a name that you have given based on the way you were born in your family, your culture, and whatever. I grew up in another culture, and I have a name and hundreds of names, but we all mean the same God up there. So that's the theme of unity. The second thing that comes, it's a hymn that is sung pretty much at the end of most of our prayers, and I'll say it quickly and then explain the meaning. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Translated, it means, may all be happy. May all be free of disease. May all have prosperity. May no one suffer. Again, you think of the word all. It does not say that believers of this faith or this God or this scriptures or this. May all, everyone that exists in the universe is included in the prayers. And that's how we always end the prayers. And in the end we say, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 3 times. First peace is for peace within me. Please grant peace within me. Second, grant me peace around me, in my immediate vicinity here, what I can see and perceive, and have peace in the entire creation in the universe. So those are the 3 Shantis or peace we seek for. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for those words. And next, from the Sikh community, we have Gurleen Kaur and her sister Sukhmandeep Kaur to speak.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Our walking the streets of our beautiful city of Harrisburg today is once again to inspire the spirit of harmony among us. All Sikhs have been through difficult times, in fact, everyone has. There have been uncertainty in the air, but we must try and keep trying, even if the results are opposite, for our tent, as Guru says.
Matha kariye pasham ke thai purab hila jat. Gujri Mahalla Panjma, page 496.
What we are referring to as known as to you for years is that Sikhs have now experienced a lot of violence in the past. We took a stride. We launched so many initiatives for larger communities we live to know as us, our backgrounds, our beliefs, our values, and our inspiration to be productive and contributing members to our great society. This has helped because we are now so much more a part of cooperative civil life in most local communities. There have been a demonstration about many things that we have slowly resolved. The need of these walks now is more compelling. Our society has transformed at a very rapid pace. It is possible that we are not careful enough for even as we solved some of the emerging problems, but possibly through the thoughtless neglect, ended up recreating some old problems. We have to put our best foot forward to reach out to those among us who feel that we as a society failed to feel their pain for too long.
One's pain is unreal. Guru Nanak says, Nanak dukhiye sab sansar, pain and suffering are universal, experienced by all beings.
It behoves us to therefore to work for as well-being of a Sarbat, one of all, and try to ensure that no one is made to feel that we did not care enough. That develops and leads to the hate, for its feeling being treated like a stranger comes to dwell in one's heart, and then to a person in the entire world turns into a foreign land.
Man pardesi je thai sab des parya, Suhi Mahalla Padla, page 767.
We know that to each of us, our vantage is important, individually, collectively, As our interests have diverged and some have converged with others, groups of they and us of all shades and hues and get created by, but there are some hues that stand out and some shades that seem to turn ominously dark. It is for us to see our own collective interest from the darker forces to do constructive attention they need and deserve, and not only condemnation. And when we are doing that, let us not forget to do something for the sick and other cultures too. We do realize that all of us have submerged into their own sets of problems. So who is the one to seek help from?
जिस मनुख पे करो बेनती सो अपनी दुख भरिया गुजरी महला पंचमा page 497.
We will continue to do by bit. So help us and help yourselves. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those words. And next, from the Baha'i community, we have Magda Dunmeyer.
Good afternoon, friends. On behalf of the Baha'is of Harrisburg, I want to say thank you for being here in this wonderful moment. Baha'u'llah is the founder of the Baha'i religion and is manifestation of God for this time. He thought that just and peaceful global society is possible now. And Baha'is for more than a century has been striving to achieve peace and eliminate all prejudice around the world, and also advance the cause of for equality for men and women. Baha'is, as you know, doesn't have clergy, but we have a global society that is under the umbrella of the Universal House of Justice. The community here has a Baha'i center, as we call, and it's located a few minutes away from here in Marietta, Pennsylvania. This year, as we have another celebration coming up, and it's about the 200 years of the birthday of Baha'u'llah, and we want to invite all of you. It will be celebrated at the Scottish Rite, and we hope to see all of you there. And friends, enjoy your day. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you, Magda. Thank you, everyone, for those beautiful words. And now we are going to Kesher, Israel, just down the street.
This is the third year that such an event, the Harmony Walk, has been held in Harrisburg, and it is an absolute delight to be a part of this. We bring in people, frankly, not only from Harrisburg, from throughout the region, people of all different faiths, all different cultures, and they come together really as an expression that they don't want division. They may be different, but they're not focusing on that. They're focusing on how to come together in unity, in love, and in peace. We want to encourage in our city civil discourse. We want to encourage people of different opinions, of different faiths, of different beliefs, of different politics, to be able to sit down, look at each other, and smile as they discuss their differences. The Mayor's Interfaith Advisory Council is a part of this event, is a part of organizing this event, and is very much supporting this event. This is only one of the things that are happening throughout in our city and throughout the region in celebration of International Day of Peace. So this is very much what we want to see in Harrisburg.
And here at Kesher, Israel, we are privileged to have Rabbi Alicia Friedman.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us at Kesher, Israel. Now, the truth is, this year's Harmony Walk is much more stressful for me than last year, because last year I was new. It was probably my first week or two, so everyone wanted to meet me. This year, it's like, hey, you don't remember me? You didn't respond to my email. So, all right, so all the emails I owe, I'll respond. Now, we're in the middle of we're about to start our big holiday season. We have 4 holidays coming up, one after the other. All right, the Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, is this Wednesday night. It starts. So this is like my busiest time of the year, and I have a baby at home who wakes me up 5 o'clock every day, Saturdays, Sundays, all the time. All right, I was complaining to my Sikh friend who told me he has twins, so I can't complain. But anyways. So I was gonna just abridge my high holiday sermon, you know, just use a little of my own. It's not copyright, it's my own. But there's people here from my synagogue, so I can't do that, all right? So instead, no, I'm gonna use the same theme, but a little differently, all right? So don't worry, guys, it won't be repetitive. Okay, I think one of the really nice things, and I'm just sort of realizing this as it's my second year here. But one of the really nice things about this Harmony Walk is that, you know, we're all here, like we make we're going to get together, we're going to see each other, you know, this and that. I just saw Reverend Jackson, and last year we saw each other. We said this year we're going to get together. We didn't. And then now we said this year. And the good thing about the Harmony Walk is even if this year we drop the ball and don't get together, but at least once a year we all see each other. And there is something really wonderful about that we don't go more than a year without us seeing each other. You know, here we are, 2 clergy with the houses of worship literally next door to each other, and we go a whole year. And I also, you know, I'll just add, not to get too political, or political at all, actually, but you know, this is the period on the Jewish calendar when we reflect on the past year, and you know, this has obviously been a more exciting year than usual, let's say, and we're probably all kind of wondering how we got here. And one of the things that religion's always taught, as opposed to politics, is that, you know, politics is of course important. And it's policy, it's national, it's things that are important. It's on a very big, on a large group. But one of the things that religion's always said is that some things, and maybe most things, can't be resolved on a political level, just by having a law or a policy. But it has to do with community. It has to do with the people that are right next to you, the people that you see every day. And one of the most famous statements that we have from religion is love thy neighbor, which many people, you know, they wonder, well, what about the person who's not your neighbor? And one of the answers is that sometimes it's easy to love everybody else except your neighbor. Because your neighbor's annoying, and they stay up late, and they talk loudly, and they play music. But, you know, and I think in many ways we're seeing a lot of those issues, that we have people who are talking a lot about loving everybody else, but sometimes you don't feel like they maybe love the person that they're seeing right then and there. And in many ways, religion, that's the purpose of religion, to help us to love thy neighbor. You know, the person who's standing right here and next to you, and the person that we see all the time. So our wish will be that this coming Jewish year, and for many, many years to come, that we'll see more of that spirit in our world with us. Thank you all.
And next we will go to a mosque, and after we're greeted there, everyone will be invited in for dinner and to meet and talk with people you haven't met along the way, or somebody you have met along the way.
Okay, hi, my name's Alicia Friedman. I'm the rabbi of Kesher Israel congregation, which we're standing right outside of. And we are on the Harmony Walk, which is basically about bringing people of all different faiths and all different backgrounds together in Harrisburg. And we walk down this one area of Harrisburg that is filled with all sorts of houses of worship, and celebrate our diversity and the fact that we're also able to all take a walk on a beautiful fall day together and enjoy each other's company.
I appreciate everyone who got together to coordinate this walk. It's very important for the Harrisburg community.
Welcome to Hadeh Mosque, and here we are privileged to hear and be greeted by Muhammad.
Greetings to all of you. Okay, my name is Muhammad Safiullah, and I captured some of my feelings on the paper, and I'm going to go through that. So, okay. As I said, I'm Muhammad Safiullah, and on behalf of the local Ahmadiyya Muslim community, I welcome you all to Hadeh Mosque. I sincerely thank you and appreciate the time and effort you all put into this walk. Let me just say this, it's not the walk that is important, even though it's a good physical exercise. But what is more important is our desired shared goal of being one, of being united. This is our way of demonstrating with one voice that we are against the forces of hate and disruption that are seeking to tear our country apart. We stand together to promote peace and harmony among our communities. I see this beautiful group as a bouquet, where each one of us is adding to the overall beauty, yet diverse and distinct from each other. That's the beauty of this crowd. Yeah. Thank you. This marks the temporary conclusion of the walk, but by no means this is the final or the crowning point of what we want to achieve. It is a long road ahead of us. However, I consider this as a small step towards a grand goal of establishing peace and harmony, not only in our community, but in the whole world at large. Harmony, as defined by the dictionary as the combination of different musical notes played or sung at the same time to produce a pleasing sound. What could be more pleasing than this beautiful group? Nothing. And when we translate that definition over to our communities, it translates into peaceful coexistence of different communities, of different faiths. The bedrock of all the great religions, I repeat, the bedrock of all the great religions is to establish peace. And without peace, there is no harmony. So we, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, we are always ready for a dialogue and is a willing participant in efforts to promote harmony and peace. Our community founder started this interfaith event more than 100 years ago, and its legacy continues even to this day. So we stand with you, in conclusion, we stand with you shoulder to shoulder in promoting peace and harmony. May God bless all of you, and God bless America. Thank you. We welcome this group, and the goal of this group is to attain peace and then give back to the community that we live in.
Hi, my name is Reverend Dr. James D. Jackson. I have the honor of being the senior pastor of the Goodwin Memorial Baptist Church. Today's Harmony Walk was about bringing a community together. I'm so happy and proud that our church was able to participate. It was wonderful seeing people of different faiths come together to promote one thing, and that is unity. So we look forward to next year. Thank you.
Just like they say, it's great to walk, but like they say, you got to walk the walk, talk the talk, but then finally walk the talk too. Thank you.
This is actually the third year for our walk, and every year this is becoming a huge event for all the community to come together and celebrate the unity that we have, and that even though the diverse we are, but we are celebrating that unity through that walk. And we actually thanks Reverend Cynthia for coming up with this wonderful idea, and we every time look forward for this event for next year. Actually helps us to identify ourselves in the community, and what we share and what we can be a part of it.
It's good to see people come together. It's one unit instead of this religion, that religion, all one today. We should be that way every day.
I feel exuberant This is our third year to do the Harmony Walk, and every year is growing. A more diverse group of people come together and religions and harmonize together and become that beautiful symphony, because each one of us like a chord of a note, and when we all are together, it's just a beautiful symphony. Or like the flowers of the whole garden, each with a different hue, different smell, with a fragrance. So really, that shows that God especially made us different so we can have that diversity and beauty. Because if we all look the same, it would become monotonous. But in the diversity is the one that we have not only strength, but also we find beauty.